Okay, boys and girls, we are going to go over your day two, finding the evidence. So, here's what I encourage you to do before you get started. I would either have printed off a copy of our Storywork story, or if you see up, I have in my tab a copy of the Storywork, so I can just go back and forth. You're going to need the story to be able to answer some of these questions. So, either have it printed or have it up on the internet in another tab so that you can use it when you are answering these questions. And I would also encourage you to reread it or listen to it before you try to answer the questions. So, finding the evidence, the directions say to read each question carefully. Some are going to ask you to select evidence or details in the story to support a statement, and others are going to ask you to respond in your own words, supporting your ideas with text evidence. So, again, don't forget your email address. That's your Google, your first.last at student.nhcs.net. This, again, is just a picture. And we're going to go over, I just kind of want to show you a few things to be looking for when you are answering these questions. And then, of course, in my little video for the answer key, I will go over the correct answers. So, number one, choose two pieces of evidence. That's your first keyword. I'm going to be able to choose two. If you choose one, it won't be correct. And if you choose more than one, it won't be correct. You know, you're only looking for two pieces of text evidence that best show that human waste in the Thames River in 1858 was not only smelly but also harmful. That's another word. If you saw it, looks like Thames, but if you look in the passage, it gives you the pronunciation. They actually pronounce it the Thames. Um, so we are looking for two, and we want to show that waste was not only smelly, it was harmful. So I'm looking that the waste was harmful. So basically, what you can go through and do is read A through F, and if it helps prove that human waste is harmful, check it. And only two of those will work. In your own words, explain how not being able to get rid of human waste can spread germs. And you have to use text evidence. So I'm going to underline the most important part, how human waste spreads germs. And then we want to use a piece of evidence. Choose two. Here we are again with a multiple choice. We get to pick two. And what are we showing? We're showing how London's increased population contributed to the Great Stink. So, how did the increased population contribute? So, you're looking for something that has to do with their population getting larger. In your own words, explain the problems developing countries can try to find, can face trying to find safe ways to get rid of human waste. And again, we're using evidence from Toilets of the Future. So we actually know our answer is going to be in the second text. And number 5, this time we get to choose 3 pieces of evidence that explain how waterless toilets can help the environment. So when you're choosing, if it's about a waterless toilet helping, if it's a positive thing, that might be the one you want to choose. And last but not least, in your own words, explain what fatbergs are and how we can prevent them from forming. So just make sure you have your passage handy before you try to answer these. Make sure you're choosing the right amount and make sure it's proving what you want it to prove. And after you do that, you can come back and watch the answer key video and I will explain how we got all of those answers.